Was that an elephant? It had to be an elephant. Blinked way too fast. Snake, sweet. Dead. Kill the snake. It's like that episode of The Simpsons where they all go beating snakes. It's like a yearly holiday that everyone gets excited about. I think my role in that episode would be the role that I'm sure Lisa Simpson played. She's like, don't hurt the snakes. I don't really remember the episode that much, but I remember part of it. Okay. So, Glint Sleeve only on your upkeep if you have 2 energies. So they won't draw a card next turn because they only have 1 energy. So we can take the turn off to play Kalitas. They get 1 energy when it attacks, but they don't draw the card. Yeah, it's just 2 in Menace. That's fine. So they need another removal spell for Kalitas. They're going to have to use 1 of the energy, but then they'll get another one when they attack. If they want to cast the Grasp of Darkness, okay. Alright. Respectable. Menace, can't block. Okay, so we can, unless they have Blossoming Defense, we can kill their Siphoner with our Ballista and get a zombie. Seems like a pretty good deal. We could also Anguish Stunmaking the Rampager. Oh wait, they can't Blossoming Defense anyway, the Elephant's sick. So we could unmake the Elephant, attack, regain the life back. We can Ballista for 1, which isn't going to help too much, not yet. I think I like just trading Ballista for Siphoner and getting a zombie. Yeah, I think I like that the best. And I'll save the unmaking in the Gear Hulk for an opposing Gear Hulk. So I don't need to do it yet because they're not going to. They could kill Cletus in response, or they can Blossoming Defense. But they're not going to draw a card because they only have 1 energy. So I could get a chump block out of the Ballista on the Elephant. If I take that risk, then I could potentially not get a zombie. Yeah, I am going to take that risk, actually. I don't think it's that big of a risk. I mean, they didn't kill the Cletus on our turn, and just like filling a board with creatures instead of killing a Cletus does not seem like a recipe for success. Because then I untap and use my handful of removal spells to kill all your guys. Then I have a Cletus and a team of zombies, and you just like lost all your creatures. So that strategy is just a horrible one. So given that they didn't do that, or given that they played into that strategy, led me to believe they just didn't have a removal spell. So that's why I took the line that I took. Sometimes this line of thinking gets me in trouble because I play against someone who's just not very good, and I'm just like giving them way too much credit. And instead of punishing them for that huge misplay, I just like didn't, and then they still use the removal spell on my Kalitas. It's just like, oh, I could have punished you big time, but I didn't. But then like at the World Championship or whatever, I do really well because I'm like thinking 2 levels ahead, and like my opponents are really, really good. Okay, so here's the payoff. It was the gain 4 life. Let's see if it works out. It did. Nissa, interesting. It's a plant to chump block the Kalitas, I guess. Nice. So I could Ballista for... I could Ballista for 1, shoot their Ballista, and then I get a zombie. I can attack both my creatures at Nissa. They're going to have to block both. No, they can just trump Kalitas and take the zombie at Nissa. How much do I care about Nissa? I kind of want to Anguish on making Nissa. Just force the block. Don't want to lose my Ballista. If I remove a counter from the Ballista to shoot the Ballista, it'll just shoot the Ballista with the Ballista. So there's really no sense doing it for more than 1. I could have attacked with Shambling Vent. Maybe that was right. So now we get another zombie. Go ahead and kill that guy. Nissa down. Now we just have Gearhulk in hand, ready to take down that elephant. Got something else ready to take down that elephant first. So let's see, I could attack with everyone and threaten to pump Kalitas like that. Or I could just kill the elephant, activate the Shambling Vent, attack with everyone. Kind of want to Fatal Push the Quagmire though next turn. Yeah, I'll take the turn off. I think they'll just put elephant on a zombie. We'll just sack that. So take 7. Opponent just plays a land. Oh, actually, I could kill the elephant, get a zombie, block the Rishkar, get another zombie. But we're not going to do that. Okay, well, now that I have Anguish Unmaking for the Quagmire, I just have it all. Oh, wait, non-land permanent. Ugh. Okay, well, that was bad. That was pretty bad. We're pretty far ahead as is, but that was bad. Cub with 2 energy. Okay. Just gonna trade Rishkar for a zombie. It was one of those embarrassing moments that you're not going to get punished for because the opponents, they might not be drawing dead. They could have drawn like perfects to get back in, maybe. I don't know. It was bad though. Okay, so green black. This is where I like Noxious Gear Hulk. I kind of like all these cards. I like all our removal spells. They have Siphoner, so I like Liliana. We're on the draw, so I like Gideon less. Flaying Tendrils can be good. Like they have, let's see, the Cub can get bigger if they have another way to make energy. Siphoner, it'll kill. We have a lot of answers to Siphoner though. I don't even know how important these fumigates are, but on the draw, I guess I want them. I think Flaying Tendrils is more for the Scrap Heap Scrounger decks. Might want this Kalitas though too. I think I like Ballista. That's the way I want to kill the Siphoners. That and Liliana. Maybe I don't need 4 of them though. We do have a lot of removal spells. Alright, I'm gonna cut a Liliana and a Ballista. That's a mulligan. That's better. Bottom. Tune for a forest, play a marsh. I don't like playing Ballista into an empty board, but I think that's what we're supposed to do here. Life Crafter's Bestiary. Don't have our Anguished Unmaking. So this card's probably going to keep up with us pretty well on card advantage. Because every time they play a creature, they're going to draw a card. They're going to be scrying on their upkeep. So they're going to have a lot of action for the whole game. That's why we have... The one thing I like about Anguished Unmaking, it's just really useful. It's like playing 4 main deck Disenchants that you can also just kill a creature with. And it can also kill a Planeswalker. So you can kill pretty much everything, well, except a Quagmire. It's not quite Vindicate, but it is instant speed. We can recoup the life gain pretty easily with all our lifelink creatures, like Harvester, Gifted Aetherborn, Kalitas. We will crew. And we will lifelink. And we'll pass. Yep. Snake, draw a card. I don't know why they played the hub first. You want to resolve the snake, and then you want to hub and get the extra energy. I think that was a misplay by the opponent. Do I want to kill a snake? I think I do want to kill the snake. And we have that standoff of Ballista on 2, Ballista on 1. So if they shoot my Ballista, then I shoot theirs. Sweet. Okay. Question. Do I want to Grasp of Darkness the Constrictor? If they play a... No. I don't want to. If they play a Gear Hulk, I'd rather have not done it. Alright, so not sure what the opponent's up to, but we're ready for a lot of stuff. If the opponent... Okay, Rishkar. So you have to draw the card first. And then target. So they target probably Ballista and Constrictor. Yep. So I can add a counter to my Ballista. I can kill their Ballista. Or I can grasp the snake. Then their Ballista still gets bigger and can shoot our Ballista. So which do I care more about? Having a 4/5 snake or trading ballistas? I think I care more about the snake. Now we can safely shoot the ballista. Yep, and I have to just fire it at the opponent. Yep, not bad. Not exactly what I was going for there. Now if the opponent has like a Gear Hulk, we're probably in trouble. But here we go. Fly, fly, fly. I think if we had a land there, we might have been in good shape. Depending on what happens this turn, if we hit an untapped land on our turn, we could be in good shape. Probably using the energy. Yep. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we did hit the land. We can Etherborn attack for 3. I think I like just Avacyn. Yep. So here comes the team. Probably not expecting Avacyn, but here we are. Question is, do I crew the Harvester? I think I do. Because if we crew the Harvester, they can shoot with Ballista and kill the Harvester with a Fatal Push. But then our Archangel flips, transforms. Well, I mean, if they grasp the angel, then it's slam dunk. Indestructible 3/5 flyer. Who's getting blocked? We're gonna block this one. Take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go to 9. I think that's right. Fatal push. Okay. So we can play Gifted Aetherborn and Fatal Push on the Cub. I think I like that the best. All right, so now the opponent can attack us for 5, then ping us, so that's 6. So a Gear Hulk we're dead to, which we could not play around because Gear Hulk targeting Ballista, we're just dead no matter what. I guess maybe not if we just pass. Because if we pass, then we could just threaten to block with the Aetherborn. Yep. Interesting. So Ballista for 2. You're going to try to shoot the Aetherborn on your turn? What's going on? Siphoner, okay. And not drawing a card. So interesting. I think at this point we pass and just try to win with the Archangel. So presumably they will scry and pay the life. This is a pretty interesting game, actually. So they played a land. They did pay the life. Okay, so they're fatal pushing, which means here's where we make our move. Archangel in response. Make our guy indestructible. So they have to do something here. They can go 3, pump, pump, pump. We go to 5. Attack with the glint sleeve and the Pima. Actually, we're dead. No, because we have Lifelinker. Yep. We're barely not dead with this line. because the Aetherborn can block and gain life. So it's pretty close. And then we would presumably have lethal on the swing back. So I guess they're debating they need to kill the Aetherborn in response using ballista counters. But they kind of have to kill Avacyn in response with the ballista counters too. Okay, so they're pushing in response. So now they're lacking the mana because they have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they can't put 2 counters on the ballista. So now we have to crew the sky in response. And now it all resolves. So now we can activate the Shambling Vent and attack with both next turn. So wouldn't they have had to kill the Archangel in response? No? Did I do the math wrong? Yes, because now they can, yeah. Alright, that was it. Needed to gain the life. Yep. It's a close game. We almost outlasted the Bestiary. We draw the Unmaking a little too late. If we just had it on turn 3, I think this would have been a blowout. But c'est la vie. Now we are on the play. So we'll bring some of these things back in. Take out these fumigates. I like all this removal. I like the life gain. I do actually like the Gear Hulk in this matchup quite a bit. Question is what to take out. I guess if they have Fatal Push and Grasp. They also brought in Ruinous Path. So I guess Kalitas is not quite as good. Maybe Obnixilis. Let's see, what can I kill? It'd be weird to just take out a removal spell. I guess too many ballistas is maybe not the best. I will keep. Our clocks are basically perfectly in sync. Both have 10.5 minutes for game 3. Vampire Nightwalk. I think that's what Conley Woods named this when it first came out. It's Vampire Nighthawk without flying. Swing and a miss. He's like, I'm gonna get Gideon the turn before it comes down. I'm just like, eh. Not on my watch. So now that the opponent took a turn off to cast Transgress, they whiffed, and now they're under a lot of pressure, and they know about a Fatal Push in my hand. They don't know about the second Fatal Push. Okay, so now they're just forced to play defense. And we drew a Thraben, which I think I like attacking with the vent and using the energy to cast the Thraben. It's continuing the pressure. Now if we draw like an untapped land, we can attack the event and crack the clue, deplete a creature, so now we want to push it and attack. Well, now we could actually play Thraben, Fatal Push, crack clue. I think I like casting this. Then I like activating the vent. Are you going to go +2/+2? Jeez. Okay. Maybe I should have just attacked with the Aetherborn. That kind of handcuffs what the opponent's able to do. I guess now I can push the snake in response. I could play Thraben, I could sack the clue. So if my plan is to sack the clue, might as well do it now, and that will give me more information. Okay, so now I can keep it. I could play the Aetherborn. I could attack with my Aetherborn. Then they'll just not block it, and I'll have Constrictor. And they can play like Rishkar next turn. Okay, I'll just cast it. Play Thraben number 2. Attack with everyone. Opponent goes to 9. We got stuff to do. The Ether has been attuned with. So that's a 3/3. Not a problem. I think we play Grasp and Aetherborn. Get another Blossoming Defense. Nope. We're not going to try to risk it by sacking the clue. We're too far ahead. Yep, we'll just rebuy this guy. So now we're threatening 6 points next turn of attack. We're not actually that far ahead at this point. If the opponent plays Ballista, that's not super good here. Yeah, that's doesn't do a lot. Siphoner also doesn't do a lot. Alright, so our land is tapped. I think our play is fire up the vent, attack with everyone. I think that's the only play that really makes sense. No blocks. That was not expected. $32-1. And these Etherborns do some work. Okay, so he's got one card left in hand. We have potentially 4 attackers. Opponent's at 1 life. They're going to try to shoot the Inspector, I guess. I can start off by doing this. Any removal spell does it. Oh, not quite that one. Okay, so Rishkar is going to block, I guess, the Aetherborn. The Ballista blocks the Shambling Vent. And the Siphoner blocks Thraben. Ballista then shoots Thraben. And the dust clears. And we just have our Shambling Vents and all their creatures die. If their last card is a push or a Blossoming Defense, then the dust clears. They would pump a guy. I think that's still fine. Interesting that they want to kill the vent instead of the Etherborn. I would think that they would want to kill the other one. Oh wait, because the Rishkar survives. That's why. That's why he's doing this. It makes sense. Alright, so we have 2 attackers to their 1 blocker. There's a second blocker. And wah 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 wah. We don't have any energy though, so we actually can't do both. We can go kill Rishkar, attack into Constrictor, and they just have to chump block though. So chump block with your snake. And I'll just play it. And that's the match. Those were some good games. All right, good games.